Ah, yes, hello dears. So the question at hand is about 11/11, 12/12, the eclipse following 11/11 and December 21st, 2012. So there's a lot of ground with those four dates. With 11/11, let us say this. It is an opportunity for you to access more of the divine feminine energy. It is a day for you to access more of your intuitive abilities, and it is also an opportunity for you to open to receive new ideas and inspirations about the next step forward. What do you want to create at the individual level, and what do you want to create at the collective level? Anytime you have a master number, say like 11, and you put it with another master number, 11/11, you're amplifying that frequency. So on November 11th, 2011, that was a very potently charged time for you all to work with the feminine energy. And every time you come around your calendar year, you have the ability to access that energy again. So you're moving up the spiral, all right? So you build upon last year's lesson, and last year's lesson was again about opening up to the divine feminine and allowing yourself the opportunity to start thinking outside the box, to eliminate the box altogether. So we're going to back up just a bit to explain that here in just a moment. But you are adding to and building on what you started many years before, and that amplified last year with 11/11/11. Now, when you get to 12/12, 2012, that's going to be really potent, where 12/12/11 last year was not quite as activating as you're going to find that time around the spiral this year. As we said, 11/11 was about the feminine energy, and when you get to 12/12, that's going to be about the masculine energy, the divine masculine energy. And you needed to work with the divine feminine energy here for a bit before dealing with the divine masculine. The divine feminine energy allows you to open within yourself to ideas and inspirations about what it is that you like to create. And then the divine masculine energy pulses it out, sends it out to the universe. And then you again open up to the divine feminine to receive the call from the universe and say, here's the frequency. As it comes back around, and then the divine masculine steps out to greet that frequency. So it is an ongoing cycle of using both divine feminine and divine masculine energy in creation. But the first thing you had to do was to go back and integrate and heal some of the issues that you were carrying around feminine energy. And you all have been working very, very hard over the last, well, we'll say 2 decades to do that, really within the last 2 years in particular. And now you're going to go with 12/12 and do a lot more integration of the divine masculine energy. And it looks very different than the current masculine energy that you're using on the planet, because that energy is very fear-based, and it's very aggressive, and it has all the what you would call negative qualities of the masculine. And now you're going to elevate it and use more of what you would consider to be the positive aspects. So with 11/11, you have the opportunity to open yourselves up to new ideas and inspirations about what it is that you want to create. And we encourage you to let go of the mental image, the visual image about what that looks like, because the time that you're moving into is going to look vastly different than anything that you have ever created before on this planet. It is not going to look like anything that you created in Atlantis. It is not going to look like anything that you created in Lemuria or any of the other societies that existed previously. And well, to be honest, it's unlike anything that has been created at the galactic level. So you're going to have to let go of the visual and start working more and more with the vibration of what it is that you wish to create, and start focusing on identifying frequency in your body, identifying what it feels like in the body, identifying what it feels like at the emotional level, identifying what frequency feels like at the mental level, so that you can open yourself up to the creative idea, pulse out the frequency that you want to create, remain open to see it pass by, so you can say, ah, there it is. I want to take action and engage with the frequency, and then actually take action to engage. It's a vastly different way of creating than what you're used to on this planet right now. You were used to making a mental plan and following a traditional path, or having an idea, all right, in order to get what I want, I have to follow steps A, B, and C. And if I don't follow those, I can't have what I want. So you're letting go of what the visual looks like, and you're simply engaging in the vibrational. It sounds pretty simplistic in some ways, but once you start engaging with reality this way, you'll see that it's much easier in a way of creating, and that it actually is how things are created and generated. It's not just some simplistic idea that we're throwing out there for you. It really is how you operate. And because you are moving into a phase that has never existed on the planet before, you're going to have to remain open to your higher intuition in order to receive some of the new guidance, in order to receive some of the new inspirations about what is possible to create. Now, we will also say in the process you will probably find yourself triggered and activated around the possibility or your own unique ability to create some of these things. And that requires an element of trust, and that requires some clearing for many of you around trust and control. But that's a whole nother conversation. The one last thing we want to talk about is the eclipse. With the eclipse, you have the opportunity on the 13th of November to process more of that fear that we were talking about. All right, so any issues you have around being able to think outside the box, or any issues you have around accessing more of the divine masculine energy, those are going to start to get triggered. Don't be surprised if many people around you are very activated and triggered during the next, well, we'd say 6 to 8 weeks here. With December 21st, 2012, when you get to the solstice, it is an opportunity for you all collectively to access universal energy in a way that has not previously been available to you on this planet, because you are coming to the end of a cycle, and with that solstice, that activation takes place. Now, there's nothing that you have to prepare for, there's nothing that you have to really do. This is about you being open in a receptive state and releasing all of your fears, all of your resistance around the predictions, or around the potential for drama. We have seen you time and again alter your reality because enough of you have awakened that you didn't need the high drama events, that a lot of your timelines have already changed. We don't see you at this moment needing high drama. So let go of your fears around the date, December 21st, 2012. Now, the other thing we will say about this particular date is that many of you, yes, are carrying trauma and fear, and it is an opportunity for you to check in with yourself to see what it is exactly that you're holding, so that that can be processed, so that you can let go of that fear of death or mass destruction. With the previous solstices, you were able to access different levels of consciousness. So with the summer solstice of 2012 here, you were able to access collectively galactic consciousness. With the previous winter solstice of 2011, you were able to access the collective consciousness of your solar system. All right, and the previous one before that, it was about you accessing more of your collective records of the Earth itself. So when you get to access more of the universal energy, it really opens up a brand new game, right? It allows you to access more of divine source energy in a more direct way than you have been able to in the past. So it's a time to be celebrated, not a time to be feared. So we hope that you can find that excitement, that joy around starting a new phase. We don't see big change coming in an hour or a day or a particular moment. It will come over time, and you're already in the midst of that time. So just keep doing your inner work. Let go of anything that feels heavy or weighted around the date December 21st, 2012, and open yourself up to potential, because we promise you there is great potential in every moment. You need only align yourself with the joy and the service that you are seeking. We are always around, dear ones. Feel free to call on us directly. And until then, we'll be watching and waiting and sending many well wishes.